thrill. Well, this is reality, you only live it once, so wake up from your dream. But just for tonight, let the lines get blurred, let your thoughts be free, let your thoughts be free.
Hello everybody, and welcome to a deadline stream for Gameweek 37. Hello Steve-O, just test, can you hear me?
Yes, sorry, I just saw something that came through that I may need to look at, but it doesn't matter. Hello.
Right,
I'm
okay.
really fascinated about today. Well, in the next 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Your stream yesterday, well, yeah.
What do you mean 5
Your
minutes?
stream was amazing last night, and it was really fascinating hearing genuine thought processes, what you're going to be doing. So I'm going to be fascinated to know what I've done my moves. I've done it all.
You've done them all?
So I've done my moves, and I'm assuming you have.
You can assume what you want, mate. You know,
The answer is yes, then. Great.
good luck,
Who's here in
everybody.
the chat? Let's talk to them, because I can't see anything
Yeah,
as ever.
I'll bring it up. Hang on, let me just sort this out.
Let's find out what's going on.
That needs to be sorted out here. Okay. So, right.
Where do I go?
There we go. Hello, I can see some of the names. I've got to load it up. I haven't got it all loaded up yet. So, yeah, I know it's organised, really organised this morning.
I've got no laptop.
Deadline in a few minutes, isn't it?
Yes, I know.
You better have it all sorted out. Hello to Podner. Hello to Tezza. Animations there. Gabriel de Rop's there. Daniel Bradley's there. Let's go. A wee Steve-O rage today, please. Harbour Boy. Podner. Oh dear. Podner says.
Well, can I just interject there? The only raging I'll be doing is, it won't be raging, it'll be just dejection that Rashford isn't playing today, because he won't be playing, Jason. He's not playing.
How do you know that?
Because he wasn't featured in any pictures, and he's ill. He won't be risked. He'll be playing against Chelsea.
Have you still got him in your team? Are you willing to divulge that or not?
No comment.
Okay, Mark Burns says, can't watch for long. Are you doing a follow-along stream this weekend? Watch-along stream. Steve?
What does that mean? Yes. The outside, getting tanned.
If you can't watch for long, make sure you hit the like
button. It could be an absolute disaster today, but I am not streaming indoors today. The weather is absolutely fantastic. Simple as it gets.
FPL Heisenberg's tweeted about Rashford. So I don't know any news, so I haven't long woken up. Well, I woke up at 9:30 actually. God, I had a good sleep. What's he said? What's Heisenberg said? Animations. Yeah. So
brilliant. So Animations has told us that a Twitter account is very popular, has tweeted news, but Animations hasn't bothered giving us the news.
What the news is?
Brilliant.
Hey.
Fuck me. Well, the answer will be, I mean, I don't know what the news is, but I'm telling you now, he will not be playing today. And if I'm proven wrong, brilliant, but he will not be playing today.
Okay.
It'll be Sancho, Martial, and Anthony, and Fernandes, the front four. That is what it's going to be.
Okay.
I'm obviously, you know, hoping that Rashford is fine, but he won't be. He'll be playing against Chelsea, and then he'll be rested on the final day of the season, and then he'll be playing against City in the FA Cup final. Who are you nodding like that for?
Just letting you talk. Don't mind letting you talk.
People
mate.
aren't aware of this. So normally when I'm doing streaming on my laptop, which is dead, and if no one's seen the YouTube short, I'll just break it down simply. I've got no laptop, and I will not be having one. And myself and Jason are kind of potentially going to be discussing something, which will involve you guys, but whatever. And I can't see anything. All I can see is Jason. That is it. I can't see Teams. I can't access anything. I can't even see chat. So I'm relying literally on Jason.
I've done my moves. I've just done my moves and hit the button.
You've done the moves then?
I've hit the button, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
So I'm willing to divulge what I've done.
Well, my question is, how did you do a minus? Have you done a minus 12?
Yes.
So you did the minus 12?
Yes.
Was it the minus 12 that you had yesterday?
No.
Any of the players that were part of your minus 12 part of yesterday? I'm guessing one, Fernandes.
Yes.
Right.
Are you captaining Fernandes? Because I am at the moment. And if you say you are, I'm going to switch it. I don't want the same captain. I don't want the same captain as you.
Okay, well then I suggest you switch then, because it's pointless. If you want to switch, because it's pointless. Because what do you always say when you're bringing a player for a hit?
Yeah,
you got to do. You saw my team last night.
My gut is on Fernandes. Like all week, it's been get the captaincy on Fernandes. Haaland is not gonna There's a chance that Brighton game could be kids.
It's not gonna be kids.
There's a chance.
You're falling into the trap, Jace. You're falling in the trap.
Trap? I'm falling into a trap.
You're falling in the trap of this Man City propaganda nonsense. They'll play 3 or 4 kids. And if you mean kids, that mean Laporte, Foden, Grealish, Stones.
So what? Okay, I did a minus 12. What did you do?
Is the deadline passed?
Well, it makes no difference. I can't change my team now. I've done a minus 12. I can't do any more, can I? Let's be honest.
I've done a minus 8.
Oh well, that's okay, because then that's only a minus 4. It's only a 4-point hit that I've done on you.
Yes.
Then. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes me feel better. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's just quickly get my team up on the screen, because you're not going to make any changes now, are you?
I can't do anything. I can't do anything. My team is set.
Your team is set.
Yeah.
I'll wait. Let's wait till deadline.
Yeah. Well, how long have we got? I can't even see any. Oh no, I've got a clock.
4
there.
minutes.
4 minutes.
4 minutes. 4 minutes. We might as well just talk. Right. So this minute, right? Literally this morning, I get someone ringing the doorbell. So where I live, right. So I found it odd the other day on Thursday that the bins were put outside of my door after the bin men came. I thought, oh, nothing of it. Turns out my neighbour put them there, and I literally put them to the side of my house where I normally put them. But like, we share a side access, and didn't realise that he was only putting them there. He's kicked off massively this morning about having the bins like about the side of the house. I'm like, and he wrote on the bins in permanent marker, "Put your bins away, thank you." And I'm like, fuck me. Like, if this is all this person's got to worry about in life, then, I mean, it really kind of put me back. So basically, I had to try and sort that out this morning. But, it's like, oh my God. Like, they weren't even obstructing him. They weren't even in the way. They weren't even the rubber. It wasn't even the black bin. It was a recycling, empty green recycling bin. So there's no smells. There's no pungent smells coming from them or anything like that. I was like, God, get a life, man. But he's one of those he's like an old boy, right? And he's always moaning. He moans about the delivery drivers, about the speed that they come down. He moans about parking. He literally moans about everything. So I just thought, you know what? Just whatever, mate. Whatever, dude. So I ended up putting him on the other side of the gate now. So I've had to put him in my back garden, which I normally do. Like, I would say 80% of the time, the bins are always in like the side access of my back garden on the other side of the gate. But the one time he starts getting the old permanent marker and start writing on the bins, I'm like, that's pathetic, isn't it? Anyway, I'm just killing. If you're wondering what I'm talking, I'm just killing the next 2 minutes. By the way, hello everyone in the chat. Let's read out who's in the chat.
What people say in chat? Yeah.
We've got Dally Paul in the chat. All right, the boys. We've got Kunal's there. Triple Captain Harland says, Triple Captain Harland. I mean, if you're feeling it, yeah, go for it. The Trap says Harbour Boy. If Forest beat Arsenal, then City will play the B team against Brighton, says Karma Baby. Yeah. Foreman's Jace, change it, says Daniel, referring to the captaincy, I'm assuming. 3 minutes to deadline. Yeah, it's less than that now. 1 minute. Captain the robot Jace, says Daniel Bradley. Well, it's always been Fernandez for me, and he's the one that I brought in. And I go with my gut and go with what I always say. If you're bringing in a player for hit, you gotta captain him.
2 very difficult fixtures.
What's that?
Myself in the history of predicting very low scoring games.
Bin etiquette, says John Harris. Hello, John. How you doing, mate? I bet he moans about your music playing in the shed. Well, he doesn't hear that, to be honest, because he's not. His house is situated far enough away that he can't hear it. Permanent marker, no less. You have him for property damage there. Yeah, council property damage. Moves made in Sizio and Mahrez in for Isaac and Matoma. Okay.
Getting rid of Isaac ahead of Leicester. I don't get it. Mad.
Would you play Isaac over Matoma, Steve-O?
No. No, I'd always play the double game weaker.
Yeah. Deadline's passed.
Oh, 11 o'clock.
Deadline's passed. Right. Oh no, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna have a screenshot of my team now.
Right.
Because I clicked the button to see if the deadline's passed.
Well, thanks for joining. See you later, everybody.
Let me have a quick look, see if I can get it up on here. Right.
This is great, isn't it?
You can't get this content
So
anywhere else.
12, minus 12 versus minus 8.
Do you know what? Right. So shall I tell you what I did?
Yeah.
Should we get your screenshot first and look at yours because you've got a
can't,
screenshot.
I can't upload it, can I?
Right. Okay. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Right, 1 second. I've got an idea. I've got an idea. Give me a moment. Talk amongst the chat.
Yeah,
tell a
talk
story
amongst the chat, which I can't see.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on.
But I'll do a bit of advertising. There will be a watch along, whatever it's called, at 3 o'clock. It will be outside. It will be an outside broadcast because I'm refusing to stay indoors for it. It is going to be the worst stream ever. So I don't want any complaints. Oh, it's crashing.
It's going to be the worst stream ever.
Yep. So don't bother tuning in. I need to buy a load of batteries for the radio because it eats up battery power like nothing.
You need to get one of those battery charger things that you plug your phone into.
No, it's not one of them radios. It's just a normal. It just uses a plug. I need like and it's some form of. Yeah, you get the idea.
I've got this idea that I'm doing now. Here we go. So, is this gonna work? I don't know if it's gonna work, but we'll try. Look at this. This is what you call in like real quick planning and preparation, Steve-O. What's going on here? Duplicate that. What?
Well, while you're doing that, why don't you tell us what you've done?
No, I'm gonna. Wow. Okay, I will in a minute. I'm just sorting this out. Sean Alvarez for Mitchell and Isaac -4 taken, free hit ready for 38. Wow. Sterling captain for me, says Dally Paul. What do you think of him captaining Sterling? Do you think that's mad?
Absolute madness.
Why is it-
History is saying Chelsea are going to be in low-scoring games. I think they'll be in low-scoring games. Well, Dally Paul himself said that he's playing for absolutely nothing. So, you know, that just says it all. Really, there's people like us that are genuinely looking to try and win the Moderator League. End of discussion.
Right.
We're looking to win the Moderator League, and based on, you know, various teams, they don't technically need to do anything. Like Gary, as an example, he doesn't need to do anything. He can just leave his team as it is, Captain Hall, and done. And he just continues staying at the top of the Moderator League. Whereas our man Dylan's going to be playing his bench boost. I'm assuming he'll be playing his bench boost. And he may have taken a -4 or -4 or 8 to get 10, 11 double game weekers. We don't know. But for me and you, I reckon of the 4, how many players have you transferred in? 4.
Mhm.
4 versus my 3. I reckon 2 of them are exactly the same.
Okay.
I reckon 2 of them will probably be the same.
Right.
So that makes it what? How many double game weeks have you got? 8.
Hang on. You're asking me questions and I'm sorting stuff out. I've got. Oh God. I think I've got 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm trying to be creative. On the screen, I'm going to right. So I'm going to have. So I've got in goal. Hang on.
De Gea.
Yeah, I know. I've got De Gea in goal. So I'm going to go De Gea.
So hold a minute. It's De Gea versus Steele. You win that.
People
Easy.
are joining now. They're
De
like,
Gea
"What is
wins.
going on here?" De Gea
De Gea-
versus Steele.
De Gea. Yeah. So De Gea versus Steele. De Gea all day wins that. In fact, do you know what? You know what you did last night? Genuinely.
Yeah.
Regarding points predictions, I'll do it here, right? So De Gea.
Did you like that? Did you?
Across. Yeah. So De Gea, I'm going to go with 1 clean sheet and an extra 2, 6, 7, 8. Let's go with 9 points across 2 games. Steele, I'm going to go with 2 points across the 2 games. Okay? So how many defenders are you playing?
3.
Just like me. So let's hear your 3 defenders.
Trippier. Stones.
Trippier? Who?
Stones.
Ooh, you kept Stones. Interesting.
Yeah.
And Shaw.
No.
Okay. Lindelof. Wan-Bissaka. Delot.
No.
Walker.
No.
Akanji. Diaz. White.
No.
Estepinian.
Yes.
Right. So, Estepinian. So, Trippier, I'm going to go 6. Stones, I'm going to give him a goal across 2. That's what? Plus a clean sheet. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's say Stones 14 points. Estepinian across those 2 games, I'm going to go with, again, 2 points. Versus
Who's yours then?
Shaw.
Right, hang on.
Shaw.
How many defenders have you got first?
3.
Right, Shaw.
So Shaw, I'm going to go with, clean sheet. I'm going to go with, so that's 8.
Right, so this is what you're saying. Right, okay, Shaw. Yeah. Who else? Yeah.
Estepinian. So we've already got that. That's 2. Versus Diaz. I went with the
Diaz. Diaz.
DIAS. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll get, I reckon, 8 points. 1 clean sheet across 2. He gets no bonus points, but he's pretty much 95, 99% starter for both games. I bloody well hope so, but knowing Steve-O's luck, that ain't going to be happening.
Right. The midfield for me is
Right.
going to be where it's going to get interesting.
Right. Here we go.
Bruno.
Captain?
No.
No.
Because you said you captained him, unless you were lying to me. Have you captained him?
You'll find out in a minute.
You said to me that switch it because you said are you lying to me? Right. So you might as well
I'm not
tell
saying
me.
anything until we're playing the game here. I'm waiting for your.
Right.
So Bruno isn't your captain.
Because
Okay.
of what you said.
Okay.
But only because of what you
He's
said.
just playing the game.
Bruno.
Bruno. Yeah.
Salah.
Yeah.
Mahrez. Sorry, I'm writing them down on the screen as well. So.
Okay. Bruno Salah. Right.
So I've got 2 more to go. Bruno, Salah, Mahrez, Mitoma.
Yeah. And Garnacho, Sancho, Anthony.
Anthony.
Wow. Here we go then. Bruno.
Hang on. I'm writing mine down. Right, no, it's your time. So, so you got 5.
Well, hold on. I need to predict the points.
Yeah, but how many?
So,
Yeah, but have you got 5 in your midfield? Yes or no?
yes, I've gone 5 as well.
Okay.
So Bruno, I'm going to go with a safety of a goal and assist across the 2 fixtures. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's just say 14 points. Salah usually gets a goal at Anfield, so that's what? 7 points. Mahrez, I expect across the 2 fixtures, a bit like Bruno, so I'll go 14 points. Mitoma, just give him an assist across 2, so that's what, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's 9. Anthony, because he seems to be a popular pick, he's probably going to do something. I'll give them a goal. So let's go with 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go with 9 points for Anthony as well. Just a basic level thing. And then at the end of it, I always like to add with predictions, I always like to add, say, 5 bonus points across the whole of the points total. So, but whatever. So here's my team, Jason.
Okay.
It's identical to you, apart from one player. Anthony is versus Rashford. That's it. So the midfield is exactly the same, apart from it's Rashford versus Anthony.
Great.
That's it.
So we've got the same fucking team.
Yeah. And I would say Rashford, he's not playing. I'm going to give him 2 points. That's it. 2 points. So now it's on to the strikers. So you're playing 2. So I'm assuming Wilson and Haaland.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've gone Wilson. Let's just go with a goal. In fact, fuck it. Let's give him 2 goals. He seems to be scoring fun, and Leicester are terrible. So that's what? 4, 8, 9, 10. So let's just say 12 points. Haaland, let's just give him a goal per game. That's what? 4, 8. Again, let's just say 12 points. I've got Isaac. So that's what? Let's just give him a goal.
He's
So
on my
that's
bench,
6.
Isaac.
Yeah.
I was tempted to bring in Martial.
Yeah, I was thinking you may do that.
Probably should have done that now.
Who's your captain then? Who's your captain?
Mitoma. Hang on. So you got Mitoma and then Rashford, don't you?
Yes.
I've captained Haaland. Don't tell me you've captained Haaland. If you
What's
screwed,
a fucking Captain Haaland?
so you've screwed me then. You've screwed me.
Of course I've captained him. Why wouldn't I?
Because you said that you were going to captain Bruno Fernandes. Because
So I deliberately lied.
yeah,
To try and catch-
you deliberately lied to me.
Mate, I've got a really bad headache. I don't want to be laughing too hard. Of course I've captain Haaland. Who wouldn't? They've got the best fixtures. They're against a team who are absolutely abysmal. And the other team, Brighton, I expect a lot of goals in that. Why would I go for Man United, who've got a team that they can't beat? I mean, the average. Do you know there's been 5 draws across the last 6 against Chelsea? Horrible fixtures. 1-1 or 0-0. And the other game against Bournemouth, who are doing really well at the moment at home, despite the fact that they seem to get battered by the premium teams. I expect that to be. I've gone 3-1. The history's saying 2-1. Yeah, I'm going Haaland, mate. Well, I have gone Haaland. And you have. You're not happy. Oh God. Yeah. So, with that in mind, total points, you're probably going to be ahead of me by.
No, I'm not going to be ahead of you because you've got the likes of players that I think are going to outscore me on your team.
Okay.
I'll circle with the blue. Luke Shaw is going to outscore Trippier. Diaz to outscore John Stones. We've both got. Well, Diaz will play both. It's Estepinian is we've both got him. Bruno, we've both got Bruno. We've both got Salah. We've both got Mahrez. Both got Matoma. Anthony, I think, will probably over the 2 games get similar points to Rashford.
Oh, interesting.
Wilson will outscore Isaac.
Yeah.
So, do you know what the irony is here? The irony is, I've taken a -12, and I've actually got less differential players, and the big irony is, even though I've taken a -12, I may get 4 points, 6 points to catch up on you. So the actual main irony is that -12 could end up being like back to where we were, square one again. Could be back to 8 points.
Well, based on my predictions, Anthony way outscores Rashford. Do you believe these rumours about Rashford? Because I don't think he plays today at all.
I don't think he plays today.
No, but Anthony will.
You watch Garnacho play and score 2 goals now. You just watch.
Oh, I've put 50p on him. I've put 50p on him.
So
I can't believe he didn't go
De Gea
through
outscores. I've got De Gea, which is good.
Yeah, he outscores Steele miles.
So I've got De Gea, Anthony Wilson. You've got Diaz, Shaw, and Rashford. But Rashford's question mark, probably not going to play the 1 game.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Looking at these 2 teams, I think I edge it slightly, but I only edge it slightly. I don't think I'm going to get many more. So I think that the -8 could be cut down to a -4. It's like in terms of behind you, I gain about 4 points on you overall.
So you're.
Because I've already conceded 4 points over your -8, haven't I?
Yeah, so you're 12.
So I reckon I can get 8 points, catch at least 8 points on you, judging by these teams.
Whereas I'm not predicting that. I'm predicting. It's Stones. Stones is the one which could be massive for you, because he's a goal scorer. Because I was going to get him in straight up. I was legitimately going to get him in, but I said I need someone guaranteed to play more likely 2 games, and it's Diaz. Stones isn't. Stones will play Chelsea 100%. But the Brighton game, that is literally 50-50. Rashford, 5% chance of playing. In fact, no, forget it. 0% chance today. And then he's up against Chelsea. De Gea outscores Steele. I mean, Steele may not even play one of the games. But by all accounts, Sanchez is annoyed. Desirably, whatever his name is. So it's, yeah. Are you annoyed at yourself now for not captaining Bruno? I feel really guilty, genuinely. I'm like, my stomach's kind of like, oh, I feel really bad that you haven't captained him, but
You shouldn't lie to a friend, Steve-O.
you're a rival as well. Because I assumed you were going to be captaining Bruno. I thought you were going to be captaining
I
Bruno.
had it
and
on Bruno. I had the captaincy on Bruno up until a minute before when I said to you, or whenever it was, when I said, I'm captaining Bruno, are you captaining him too? Because if you are, I want to be different to you. And you said, if I was you, I'd switch it.
I've not once. Oh yeah, no, I'm fully aware of what I said. I've not once thought about Bruno captain. Not once. I'll bring him in for the safety net, like with Trippier, like I did the other day. But there's no way in hell I'm captaining him. I think I've got him as a differential enough. But it's a question of what the others have done, because I've got now 9 double game week players, but 2 of them are a bit dodgy. I had to get rid of Kevin De Bruyne. Had to. I was literally debating, is it Salah or Kevin De Bruyne? And I'm thinking Salah's got a high ceiling of a decent point scoring, whereas Kevin De Bruyne, 1 game, that's it. And that's against Chelsea. And even then, it's not a guarantee that he plays against Chelsea. So, and in theory, that's the harder game. In theory. It's not in my opinion. I think the harder game is Brighton, but I genuinely expect Man City to score a hatful of goals against their 2 oppositions this double game week.
Stompy Big Feet's in the chat. I've not seen your name in the chat for, God, years. Stompy, man, it's been a while. This is the big week that Kepa comes in clutch. Isaac is a bold choice, especially when Wilson is available. But surely not captaining Haaland is way more risky. The points Haaland will get outweighs the points gained with Bruno. Wow. Just a gut feeling that Bruno's going to do well. So.
Why do you have a gut feeling that he's going to do well? What is this? Like, he doesn't really done much.
Do you know what last night I said in the stream last night, didn't I? I said, what have Man United done to make you think all of a sudden they're going to start banging in goals? And, like, what have they done? Like, be honest. To make you think that they're going to bang in goals. Like, these 2 games, Man United might struggle to score 2 goals in each, in over the 2 games. Especially without Rashford.
Yeah. History is suggesting that you'll be struggling for goals.
And it's just like, well, hang on a minute. It's not a given that United are going to do well without Rashford. If he's, we all clambering over getting in players. I mean, I've got Anthony in purely because I've probably have got United tinted goggles on here, thinking that we're gonna do well over those 2 fixtures, but it could easily backfire. Like, easily backfire.
Well, Mahrez for me.
And you watch Gakpo now. Gakpo is going to get himself a goal. So and
Well, you can't be thinking like that. That's something. I mean, even you said on the stream the other day, Gap pose useless. He's more
yeah,
of a
he's
Kane
useless.
role.
He's useless while I got him in my team. No. He looked pretty pants, to be honest. Are we doing these score predictions whilst we wait for the game update?
What are the actual chats saying? We're not really.
Well,
I'm
they've
not really
asked.
hearing much.
So Podner's asked, are we going to do score predictions? All is fair in love and war in FPL, says Eraser 2004. Rose is Captain Alvarez. Good luck, Rose Mendez. Bold and brave. I like it.
Can I just add this? I didn't say this. Mahrez for me is the best differential captain. Mahrez, not Fernandez. It's Mahrez. Mahrez was the best pick, but I'm not risking losing out on a high position within the moderator league over a differential. But Mahrez for me, I'm putting this out there now for anybody that cares. Mahrez for me was the one to captain as a differential, not Man United. It's all right to have Man United players, but I think Mahrez was the one as a differential captaincy person.
Bruno has looked like he's due a haul stats-wise, says Colm in the chat. Pranav says, I've got Wilson, Kane, Mahrez, Robbo, Trent as differentials, but I don't have Salah or Estepinian.
Oh, here's a question for you, Jace. This was genuinely a move I was going to do, and it was just going to be this. The KDB was going to stay, and I was going to do Fernandez in for Salah and Trent in for Dalot for a -4. That's what I generally was contemplating.
That.
Do you think of that move if I'd have done that?
Well, it would have been. I would have loved it from a point of view that we would have had much different teams.
Yes. Yeah.
However, now I'm kind of going into this game week like a bit meh, because this game week was all about the excitement of catching you, and you've pretty much blocked me off. So it's.
But I'll tell you what. This is what annoys us about doing the streams and everything solo, is that we just don't want to give anything away.
Well,
like you think like all these content creators come out and like moan about the fact that they've got hundreds of people copying their teams. We're just worried about me and you.
Yeah.
Think about that. Me and you were just worried about each other.
Well, I think out of the two of us, you can definitely be a bit more relaxed now going into this game week, knowing what I've done.
I don't know. I'm going to be worried about the
one pick,
Anthony and Stones. Anthony and Stones are the two that concern me.
Why?
If Stones
Why
gets 2 games, because he's a goal scorer. He's in an advanced role. Diaz is just 6 point clean. That's it, done. He doesn't get any bonus points, nothing. He just gets 6 points. Stones, 9, 8, 15. His ceiling is so high that in one game he could be getting you a double-digit haul and then not play against Brighton. Like against Chelsea, he could easily get 9 points, 8, 9 points. He is a bonus points magnet. He's the one that concerns me. But the only reason why... Could you imagine if I went with him instead, Jason? Could you imagine? Because how long were you... Genuinely, after you'd been with your wife and everything, how long had you been spending on FPL? Because you said you were going to be looking at it for quite a while.
Well, last night, after I finished the stream, we went and had a meal.
Okay.
So we got to the meal. The table was booked at 8:30, but we ended up staying there because it was late, because it was busy. We didn't get to the table till 9 o'clock actually. So we stayed there till about 10:30. We got home at nearly 11 o'clock at night, and I was so full. Oh, I literally just went straight to bed. I literally went straight to bed at 11. I think I was in bed at 11. I was asleep at 11:15. I woke up at 9:30 this morning. I had a really good sleep, and I don't often have a really good sleep.
So I
literally didn't do any moves, but I was listening to what the chat was saying to me, and I was going to do the moves. I was going to do the moves that I said last night. My goal was to bring in Bruno, Mahrez, and Shaw. Yeah. But Shaw went up in price last night. And I had exact money last night. So I was 0.01 off doing it. I couldn't have done those moves.
But even Mahrez was looking close to rising.
Yeah,
I don't know why he didn't.
Well, that's the thing. So I literally couldn't do the moves that I was looking to do. And those moves, if you remember, Steve-O, were the Stones. So when John Stones, KDB, and Garnacho for Fernandes, Shaw, and Mahrez.
And they were brilliant moves. Genuinely brilliant moves.
Yeah. But now I've still got Mahrez and Fernandes, but I've brought in Anthony instead of Shaw. So it's at least I've got that one differential now on you. Because if I'd have done Stones to Shaw, it would have been playing into your hands even more because you've got Shaw already.
Yeah.
So ironically, me being priced out is actually meant that I've not been as close to your team as what I am now. Well,
yeah, because I was looking at I was listening into your. So in the reality of time yesterday.
Did that stream and what was being said in that stream in any way affect your decisions in your transfers?
No, I knew what I was doing the whole week.
You were going to bring Mahrez in anyway.
Well, I was looking at my team and I was just thinking, I don't want to be playing a 4-4-2. I want to try and maximise as many double game week players as I can. Mahrez, in my opinion, is the best choice for a Man City asset. And there's Willock on the bench who's never going to play the season, unfortunately. So I thought, well, this is an opportunity. Dalot, I couldn't do anything because Dalot was there. I couldn't get Fernandes. I was always going to get Fernandes. That's a guaranteed. And it was just literally just looking like, Kevin De Bruyne. I'm not going to lie. The Kevin De Bruyne chat was very, very interesting for me when you were saying about the fact that getting rid of Kevin De Bruyne because you think that he only gets X amount of minutes across the two.
Well,
and
Pep has already shown this season that KDB is not. He's not worried about sticking him on the bench and playing likes of Alvarez, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, and just literally just having him on the bench, really. I mean,
I'll tell you another. I was talking of being priced out. I was 0.2 out from having, instead of Diaz, Alvarez for Greenwood. So it would have been a 3-4-3. I would have had Alvarez instead of Diaz.
I like that.
I was 0.2 out.
I like that. I like the Alvarez pick. Kane, Stomping Big Feet says, Kane genuinely isn't a dreadful pick over Haaland. He scores almost all the time. He normally gets one goal, though, doesn't he? Haaland can blank, either gets multiple or none. Kane is consistent. I would say Haaland's pretty consistent. He's more explosive, Haaland, but Kane is slow. Kane is just like gets the goal. He does get goals. I mean, he's got a lot of goals over the season. But he's generally just getting one goal.
Yeah,
one goal.
just chopping the rubbish.
Whereas Haaland's getting like braces and the odd hat trick. I was going to bring in Mahrez for Grealish. I really was a really good move, but I took an 8-point hit to bring in De Gea, Bruno, Alvarez for Edison. You took out Edison, Rashford, Isaac for De Gea, Bruno, Alvarez.
I wouldn't be getting rid of Isaac.
Well, I haven't got rid of Isaac.
No, but you're not playing him the right.
His first sub.
Yeah.
But do you think I made the right decision playing Mitoma?
No, play Wilson. Yeah, Wilson.
Well, yeah. But the question was, do I play Mitoma over Isaac?
Yeah, that was the right call.
Yeah.
He's a double game week player. And I can see that Brighton game being really high scoring for both teams. Even the history suggests it as well. Obviously, there's all this chat about Matoma being rested. He won't. He'll play. He'll play both games. He's the Salah of Brighton. The Salah of Brighton.
Yeah.
So
We're waiting for the
okay,
game.
well,
We're waiting for the game to update. This will be updated in a few moments, hopefully in the next 10 minutes.
well, it gets updated about 12:15.
Is it?
So
It's getting later and later.
yeah, yeah, it's about 12:15 when it gets updated. Unfortunately. Can we go for our predictions then, Jace?
Sure. Let me get it up on the screen. Oh man, I don't know how to feel about that, because I was really excited about having a few different players to you this week, and now I feel like
I can tell you, you're pissed off.
Well, it's not pissed off. Just like, oh well, that is pretty much the same. Like, if I'm the players I'm hoping to do well are your players, so it makes me feel like, oh, my captain's your captain. So meh.
The Hayer, Stones, Anthony, Wilson, they worry me genuinely.
What?
And according to this, like I said, you're gonna. I think personally, you overtake me this game.
I think you're
with
playing
that.
mind games, mate. Personally, that's what I think.
No. Now I'm being serious. I think that based on your team and my predictions, I think you go ahead of me by about 10 points. I think the swing is 10 points.
What?
Genuinely. I think you turn around 10 points. Because your differentials are better than mine. Stones, in theory, is a better option than Diaz. De Gea, by far, a better option than Steele. Anthony over Rashford, I think I agree with you about equal. And Wilson over Isaac. You could argue equal, but Wilson's more of a, as we've seen over the past few weeks, a higher expected points range. Seeing as he's playing the centre forward role now, whereas Isaac's just out on the left-hand side. Even though, ironically, Isaac looks more lively and more threatening, Callum Wilson is like Kane. He's always there in the right positions and he scores.
John Harris is saying this is Steve-O's revenge for when you brought in Mbuemo in the same game week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, how did that go, John?
Hi, lads. Bit out of the loop this season. Life's sort of got in the way. I hope you've all had a good season. Oh, my God, we're getting some blasts from the past. We've got Stompy Big Feet in there in the chat. Like a blast from the past. And we've also got Ray Joyce.
Blimey.
Ray Joyce, Steve-O.
Ray Joyce.
Ray Joyce in the chat.
That's a miracle. How are you, Ray? Not that I can see anything, but hello, Ray.
So, yeah.
Remember all this, Ray? One of the OGs.
Yeah, one of the OGs. Steele versus Southampton is confirmed a clean sheet, says Podcast Shorts.
No, it's not. Southampton always score. They always score. The way Brighton are at the moment, they're conceding. In fact, I would not be surprised if Southampton got a result.
Matty win a lot in the chat saying, Steve-O, you're saying you're worried about Jace's team. If you thought the players he brought in were good enough, if you thought the players he brought in were good picks, why didn't you just pick them yourself?
Because I'm not Jason, and Jason's got his own mind, and I never. Because I've got Rashford. Why would I get rid of Rashford for Anthony?
Well, you didn't know I was got Anthony in.
Piss off. What the fuck's he talking about? Fuck's sake.
No. I think what he's saying is that
No, I know what he's saying. I understand the concept. But the reality is that I've picked the players that, from my point of view,
If you've got Rashford in your team, if you've got Rashford, it's not like flipping Garnacho for me. If you've got if you've got Rashford in your team already, you are keeping him in your team for this double game week. If you didn't have Rashford in your team, then maybe you'll look elsewhere, i.e., Anthony, Martial, De Gea, you know, if you assuming you've already got Bruno and Shaw, you've got other alternatives to Rashford
Yeah, if
that you
I
can go with.
let's just say,
Yeah,
for argument's sake,
if you didn't have Rashford, you wouldn't be scrambling to get him in, would you?
no, because if I didn't have Rashford, there'd be another player in place, like someone like Gakpo or something like, I don't know, whatever. My formation would be different. I'd probably be playing a 3-4-3, something like that. And reality is that if anything, another tip, Martial. I would have brought in Martial if I was playing a 3-4-3 and I had Wilson and Isaac. In fact, fuck it. Last week I was going to be going with the triple up of Wilson, Isaac, and Almiron. What I was going to do, you can read the members chat. It's there.
Right. Okay.
But I didn't. I went safety. I can't be bothered to go into that now. I went safety.
I guess.
But
the thing is, one of the recurring things we hear from you is, I was gonna do this because this X, Y, and Z, but
yeah,
I went safety.
Yes.
But how many times can you say that and think, well, it's like, well, we've got no sympathy, because if you're going to play it safe, you're going to play it safe, right?
Yeah, no, I know,
So
I know that, but I don't. Whenever I complain about my decisions, it's more about the fact that I can't believe that the safety option has failed, and yet the differential side of things came through. And we all know what happened on the Newcastle game, for argument's sake. So if I'd have gone a 3-4-3, I would have got rid of Isaac and brought in either Martial or Alvarez if I didn't have Rashford. And then I would have brought in Mahrez and Fernandes. So either way, mine and Jason's teams would have still... I would never have gone with Anthony. I'd never gone near Anthony.
Anthony is an out there pick, to be honest. I was thinking Isaac to Martial instead of Gakpo to Anthony. That could have been.
That would have been. I would think that personally would have been a better move. I think there's more upside to that than Anthony.
You think? Well, Martial is always worried because he's always a worry over his fitness and his injury.
Nah, he's fine.
So you think Martial is a higher ceiling this game week than Anthony?
Than Anthony, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Martial. You look at Martial this season, in between injury. Obviously, he's been out for a long period injured, but has he scored more than one goal a game this whole season?
No, but he's capable of doing it. He's capable of doing it.
Matty says, I can tell you're very negative about your team, Steve. Okay, I think Matty's going to have this little... I think Matty and Steve is going to have a bit of a face-off here in a minute. We're going to get the cage match arranged.
It's not negative. It's just a simple fact. Let's put
let me finish what he says. I can't believe that you're bringing players just for security and safety. You should play the game to win, not to block.
No. This is a chess game. You do whatever the fuck you want. I've come in to go, right. I've looked at
yes or no? Are you playing the game to get a better ranking in the league? Or are you playing your game right now to block me off?
But because I know exactly what you're going to do within reason. Within reason, I know what you're going to do. And the fact that you did that stream, I was like, well,
congratulations.
There's a guarantee that you're going to be definitely bringing in Fernandes and Mahrez. Those two were definite, no matter what. They were guaranteed for you to bring them in. So that was a -4, and it was a case of, well, I reckon he'd probably go. This is me. I reckon you probably go Shaw, probably bring in Shaw, and then the other one for a -12. Literally, I don't know at that point. But of the 4 that you did, you didn't do Shaw because you were priced out of it. That's it. It's the only difference.
Mm-hmm.
And if you had done it, I'd have guessed 75% of your players that you brought in. So I've just gone, well, block them off then. And they're popular picks. They're good picks. There's nothing wrong with the picks that I've done.
I'm gonna ask a question in chat because I'm gonna find this interesting. We've got a fair few people watching the stream, and if you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe. If you haven't already done so, we really appreciate your support. But I wanna ask the question with the guys in the chat. I just wanna quickly throw this over here. So, who has more upside? Let's see what the chat think. Who has more upside this
But not only that,
game week?
remember, it's. I don't know if you've written up on your screen
Martial.
or anything, but it's.
Martial or Anthony, what do you guys think? So I'm going to ask the community. I use the collective mindset, collective brain of our community to decide
Martial.
who has got more upside this game week. 100 people tuning in. Please use your little digit on your thumb to quickly vote to think what you think who has got more upside. It'd be very interesting to see, actually. And as we prepare to do the score predictions, as we're literally 45 minutes away from the beginning of the games of Spurs versus Brentford. What proof do we have that Jason has taken a -12? Says Podner. Well, you've got my word. But could you imagine if I haven't done anything?
That's what the in between is.
Could you imagine if I hadn't done anything, Steve-O?
Well, yeah, but your team's shit, so.
It's not. No, I've got some good single game week players. Gakpo home to Leicester. I could have just played Isaac and Wilson.
Well, yeah, but I think there's more upside to playing the reality is it's De Gea versus Steele, Stones versus Diaz, Anthony versus Rashford, Isaac versus Wilson, and yours come out on top.
This vote that we got going on is really split our community. We've got 40 votes. It's 50-50. Who has got more upside this game week? 40 votes, 50-50, 41 votes, guys. Let's get 80 votes. Let's try and get 80 votes. All right, that's 2/3 of you. Let's try and get more votes. So it's 50-50 at the moment. Come on. We need a decider. Who's got more upside this game week? Is it really that hard? Martial, is it 50-50? Do you think it is 50-50, Steve-O? You actually know you thought Martial's got more upside. But...
All right. I think it's slightly in favour of Martial by about, I would say 55-45 in favour of Martial.
Right. Don't influence let's let the poll continue. Vote Anthony.
Although I'm a bit gutted, when I did my bets, I was a bit gutted that Martial and Anthony to score any time is really, really short odds. And Garnacho is really short odds as well. I don't understand quite where William Hill are coming with that. They're clearly assuming that Man United are going to destroy Bournemouth, but...
Clearly. I can't pick Weetabix legs, says Colm. I'm assuming he's referring to Martial. You all voted for Martial don't watch football, says FPL Seb. Yeah, he's been off the boil recently. This is like the idea of asking the audience, lol, who wants to be a millionaire? Yeah. A few weeks ago, Steve-O, you were moaning. Listen. I don't want you to trigger Steve-O, but a few weeks ago you were moaning. I will read it out purely because I respect reading comments out on the chat. A few weeks ago, you, Steve-O, were moaning about Jason copying your team. Now you listened to his stream last night and you brought in players to block him off.
Yeah, it's called Battleships.
It's called Hypocrite.
Yeah, but again, if I want to express myself, I will. If Jason wants to express himself, he can.
What happened about if you own Tony? Do you need to transfer him out, or is he just removed? I think he's just red flagged, isn't he?
Yeah, you have to well, you don't have to transfer him if you want to keep him in your team. You mean team?
Yeah, you wouldn't get you. There's no benefit. Sure, Bruno and Rashford should be your United 3, says Mark Lams in the chat. Sure, Bruno and Rashford. But I mean, yeah, but if Rashford is expected to play against Bournemouth,
okay.
I don't think.
What if he won't be playing, but Rashford starts today, Jason? Do you at that point are you thinking, oh shit?
Yeah.
He won't, but the good news is he's not. So
Martial ownership is lower, so upside is greater, but Anthony, based on recent performances, will score more, says John Harris in the chat. Game has refreshed. The poll is up 51 votes. 51 people have voted already. Who has got more upside this game week, Martial or Anthony? Pretty much deadlocked. It's 49 to Martial, 51 to Anthony. It's pretty much 50-50.
Oh.
It's not much of it.
Yeah, like I said, it's literally just barely anything in it.
Right, okay, let's quickly just get this game
just for God's sake,
the game's updated, so let's quickly just check your team to make sure that you weren't telling Porky Pies. So let's get Steve-O's team up on the screen.
Would you imagine if I was lying?
I'll just probably just look in disgust. Right. Oh, why is it not giving? Oh, it's doing that stupid thing where you've got a.
It takes forever to bloody load up.
Oh,
To be honest with you.
1 second. I've got to refresh the cache or something on here.
It takes forever.
Right, here we go. Right, your team's up on the screen. Okay. So your team, Steele in goal. Yeah, like you said, Shaw, Estepinian, Diaz, Fernandez, Rashford, Salah, Mitoma. Mahrez vice captain. Not that it matters. Isaac and then Haaland. Yeah. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 differentials. So we've got 5 differentials. 5 differentials between us this game week. So
And those differentials beat me by, well, I could do the maths, but I can't be bothered by a lot.
By a lot? I won't say by a lot. I don't know why you say that. So this is my team. Like
I
said,
think you go ahead of me by 10 points this week. 10 points.
De Gea, Trippier, Estepinian, Stones, Fernandez, Salah, Mahrez, Anthony, Mitoma, Wilson, and Haaland. That's my team. Isaac on the bench, Ben White on the bench, and Mings for me. So quick look. So what were you? Who did you do your moves for? So you did Salah. No, not Salah. Who did you do?
Kevin De Bruyne, Dalot.
Oh, that's KDB, Dalot, and
Willock.
Oh yeah, Willock for Fernandez, brilliant. Mahrez in for De Bruyne and Diaz in for Dalot. Right, yeah. Good moves.
So basically, two players that won't play. I think Dalot ironically, Dalot may even play today, but Dalot will probably only play one game of the 2.
Denver
Willock,
in the chat.
not playing.
Denver in the chat saying Rashford is fit to start, and he will. They need qualification for Champions League done and dusted. Trained the whole week, got sent home because he had a slight flu.
Nah.
Slight flu?
Well,
can you have a slight flu?
No, you can't.
It's if you've got flu, I mean that knocks you out.
What's the moderators done, Jace? Come on.
Right, okay. Moderators league is as follows. So top of the mod league. Top of the mod league, Gary has gone with Haaland captain, as you'd imagine. De Gea, Shaw, Alexander-Arnold, Estepinian, Mitoma, McAllister, Salah, Rashford, Grealish. He's not. Is he? Oh,
he's brought in Trent.
Hang on. Isaac and Haaland captain. Nothing out. He's got Grealish, Isaac, and Haaland captain. I'm looking at his game week history. No, I need to go on his.
I think he's brought in Trent.
Transfer history is he's done Shaw in for Trippier. Isaac.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he's just done Shaw in for Trippier. That's what he's done.
We had Trent, did he?
He already had Trent. Yeah, he already had Trent. So Shaw in for Trippier. That's what he's done. So he's got Shaw and De Gea. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
And then
Armand Dillon's the one though. Bench boost, I'm guessing.
Armand Dillon, second place. He's bench boosted. Oh my god. Wow.
Go on.
Wow. Pope in goal. Pope in goal against Leicester at home. Guaranteed clean sheet. Well, you'd think.
It's not guaranteed. I don't think they get a clean sheet myself, but
Stones. Well, we'll come to that in a minute. Stones, Shaw, Alexander-Arnold, Wan-Bissaka. Okay. McAllister, Mitoma, Salah, Grealish, Rashford, and then Haaland captain. But on his bench, which he's bench boosted. Are you ready for this?
Go on.
Steele, Wilson, Isaac, and Pedro Porro. Steele, Wilson, Isaac. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's.
Wow.
Armand Dillon, very high chance. Oh, who did he captain? Sorry?
I'm saying he's going to get 150 points.
Who did he captain?
Minimum 150 points. He's Captain Haaland.
Oh.
Do you know this has got a serious chance of getting like 160 points? If it goes the way I think it's going to go.
Did he do any transfers or?
His transfers, if he's done any, he's gone Pedro Porro in for Soufal.
Wow. So yeah, he's
a man's team. I hope I reach 100 points. Get out of town, a man. I hope I reach 100 points with this team. Steal double game week. Pope. I mean, you're looking at 20 odd points potential. Well, maybe 15 plus 15 points there. 15 points there minimum, I think. You've got Stones, Shaw, Alexander-Arnold, Wan-Bissaka and Pedro Porro. I mean, combined, I would say that's probably going to net you about 40 to 50 points. You've got McAllister, Matoma, Salah, Grealish, Rashford, Haaland captain. I mean, Wilson and Isaac. I mean, yeah, I reckon you're going to get 150, 160 points. Genuinely. I think you're going to get 150, 160 points. Steve-O? Would you like thoughts on that?
It's a question of if Wan-Bissaka plays both. He'll be playing against Chelsea. That's a definite. He's playing against Chelsea. He may not feature today, but he'll be definitely playing against Chelsea. Grealish plays one of the two again against Chelsea. Porro probably keeping a clean sheet.
Well, there's no chance catching a Mandela. No way. No, that's him. I'm going to call it now. What's the difference in points? A man that is 27. No, he's not. Oh my God, a man Dylan's
he's not that far ahead.
He's 7 points. No, he's 7 points behind Gary. A man Dylan, I'm calling it out. He's winning the moderator league. That bench boost is going to win him the moderator league. 100%. No doubt about it in my mind. He's won it. That move, brilliant. Well done. It's his league now. That is like, barring a miracle. You know, I think...
shame you didn't go differential captain.
It's a shame. Yeah. Bad luck already. Porro benched. Watch Soufal get a clean sheet versus Leicester. Oh yeah. Team news is out now, isn't it? Porro's benched. Yeah, I don't think that matters too much. I think Porro's probably not probably your weakest player.
Porro's benched.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah. Well, according to what the chat's saying anyway. Right, predictions. Predictions. Let's get on to predictions.
Yeah, I want to get out. I need to get out. I need to...
Right. Saturday. We need to get through these predictions. Right, let's get the old marker pen out.
Did you see what I wrote in the members chat, Jace, regarding last week?
No.
So last week, when we did the predictions, Dread, Podner, Warfare.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did see that. Apparently, I did bad, but the guys in the chat said I did it right.
So yeah, that was based on their game, but this is my game. So I got 9, History got 8, Dread got 4, Podner got 4, Warfare got 8, you got 5. So you beat Warfare and Podner. And Podner's supposed to be this sage where he can predict everything, and this week he failed miserably. So
you're on the warpath this week, aren't you, Steve? You want to make a lot of enemies, it seems. Right, let's right, Spurs versus Brentford. Let's just get to it, shall we? Spurs, Brentford without Tony. I still think both teams score. I'm going to go Spurs to win this 2-1.
Yes, I think it's a very good prediction. That would not surprise me. 1-1, 2-1 either way. Tottenham are very good at home. I'm going 2-0. The history's going 2-0. 5 out of the last 6. There's been a clean sheet. Tottenham have scored literally 2 goals in 4 games of the last 6. 3 of those games have also ended 2-0. So, yeah, this has got 2-0 based on the history written all over it.
Okay. So you're going 2-0. Guys in the chat are saying 2-0, 2-1, 2-1. Bournemouth versus Man United. Big one that everyone's going to be waiting for the team news on this one. See if Rashford's going to be in the starting lineup. I think United are going to comfortably win this game. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to Manchester United. The history may suggest something different. Maybe 1-0. But I'm gonna go with the 2 goals to Man United to no reply. De Gea clean sheet and Shaw clean sheet.
I think Bournemouth score. They always seem to score in home games. They always seem to put up a fight. But I think you comfortably come through this. I've gone 3-1. History saying 2-1. 3 times Man United have scored 3+ goals. Although away
You go
at
3-1,
Bournemouth,
are you?
I go 3-1.
Okay.
But away from home, Man United have only scored 2 goals at Bournemouth. So they seem to struggle at Bournemouth, but at home, they're very good.
Right, okay. Fulham versus Crystal Palace. Not a game that many will be keeping too much of a close eye on from an FPL point of view, but Fulham, home team advantage. Do you know, I think this could be 0-0. I'm going to go 0-0.
That ain't going to be happening at all.
Steve-O disagrees. Steve-O disagrees on this one.
I think it's just going to be a very, very open game. But I think Fulham come through this. I'm going 2-1. But if it ended 2-2, would not be surprised. I'm going 2-1 to Fulham. History, though, saying 2-1 to Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace have won 3 of the last 6, 2 of them being away from home. Although the last 2 fixtures, Fulham haven't conceded against Crystal Palace.
So what you're going, sorry? What's your prediction?
I'm going 2-1.
2-1 to Fulham. Okay. Chat saying 2-1. Colm saying 1-0. Podner saying 1-0. 1-0 Mitrovic says Hussein. Ramanathan saying 2-1. Mitro 2 as a 1 says Brett in the chat. Mitro is back. Palace aren't bad. Maybe high scoring draw too. Could well be. Liverpool versus Aston Villa at 3 o'clock as well this afternoon. Liverpool Aston Villa, Steve-O. A game that I've taken Gakpo out. Is he going to punish me and get himself a couple of goals against Aston Villa, a team that are sort of waning now, aren't they? After they had a good spell, but are they just now on the beach? Are Villa on the beach?
No.
Is it a case of Villa, nothing to really play for against Liverpool, who are vying to get into top 4?
No, I think that Aston Villa are going to put up a fight.
Really? Okay, so I'm going to... I'll let you go first. What's your prediction?
Well, the history, despite the fact there's only been 1 clean sheet across the last 6, there's been 25 goals scored across the last 6. Liverpool have won twice, 2-1 against Aston Villa, so they're going 2-1. I'm going 1-0 to Liverpool. Aston Villa are very, very, very good defensively. Very good. And away from home, they are outstanding. And I think Liverpool could struggle today. And I think that they win. I think they just about do it. 1-0, 2-1. I think it's only a goal in it, really.
So what's your score?
1-0.
Well, you said 1-0, 2-1, so I didn't know which one you were going to go with.
Yeah. I'm going 1-0.
Okay, 1-0. Okay. So I'm going to say that Liverpool are going to win this 2-0. So not too much of a great difference between both of us there. Both predicting Liverpool to win. Chat saying 2-0 Liverpool. Ramanathan. Brett saying 2-0. Who's saying 1-0? Teza 2-1. 3-1 says Matthew. Firmino getting his goal, of course. Firmino could definitely play a part in today's game at home. Is it the last home game? It is, isn't it?
Yes.
And you got Wolves versus Everton. I mean, this is
That's your 0-0, Jason, if anything.
Yeah, I'm going to go 1-1.
Same as me. I'm going 1-1. Two terrible teams. And yeah, I'm going 1-1. The history is saying 2-1 to Wolves. 2-1 has
Oh,
happened.
I'm just seeing.
2-1 has happened 3 times across the last 6. 2 of them being for Wolves. There's been 3 clean sheets across the last 6 as well. 2 of them for Wolves. So really, it's more in favour of the history of Wolves to do something today. But I'm going a 1-1, Jace. Just cancel each other out.
Right. Steve, you're crazy. We're playing at Anfield and we're going to smash Villa 3 or 4-0. Yes, Steve, where's your Liverpool fan coming out? It's because Burnley's coming. We're going to be back in the Premier League very soon. We'll talk about that, I'm sure, in the pre-season. But you're pretty bullish on Burnley, aren't you? You're looking to get a couple of players in already. One beginning with V, I believe. Right. Let's quickly look at the Nottingham Forest Arsenal game later on today. Arsenal, of course, just playing now really to kind of just hope that Man City gonna just fall on their sword. It ain't gonna happen, but they're gonna have to keep getting the victories, aren't they? As long as they mathematically possible. I would imagine that they're gonna comfortably beat Nottingham Forest here. Do I think Forest will get a sneaky goal? No, I'm gonna go Arsenal 2-0. So Forest 0, Arsenal 2. Thoughts, Stevo?
Nottingham Forest are very good at home. Arsenal are very good away, despite the fact they're going to be dejected. And we all know what's going to happen here. Arsenal are probably going to batter Nottingham Forest. All the Arsenal fans are going to say, why don't you perform like this against X, Y, and Z? You just know it. I think this is going to be quite tight, actually. I do expect Nottingham Forest to score. I'm going 2-1 to Arsenal. The history is saying 5-0 to Arsenal. 2 times Arsenal have won 5-0, albeit at home. And on 4 occasions in the last 5, there have been 4 goals scored by a team, or 4 or more goals scored by a team. So this could be actually quite high scoring, Jace.
Interesting. The guys in the chat, Forest 1, Arsenal 2, says Brett. 3-0, says Matthew Ezeashi. He's pretty bullish on Arsenal's 3-0, I'm assuming. Arsenal, yeah. Tez is saying 3-2 to Arsenal. Good. That'll be an entertaining game if it ended 3-2. Reece Nelson goal off the bench, Arsenal 2-2. Says Ramanathan. We move on to Sunday's games. West Ham versus Leeds. Now, yeah, I mean, this is an interesting one. I'm finding these kind of tough to call. I think West Ham's going to win it. I'm going to go West Ham to win 1, maybe 2-0. I'm going to go 2-0.
So you're not worried about them partying afterwards? Sam Allardyce coming back?
Yeah, I know. He's getting to the quite. Is it the final they're into of the Europa? Yeah. That's mental, isn't it? The competition that United fans thought we had a chance to win. But anyway, West Ham flying high. Could they be hungover and they have a blip against Leeds? Possibly. Let's see what your thoughts are, Steve-O.
Well, I think they do. I think that Sam Allardyce is going to cause all sorts of problems here. I would not be surprised if Leeds were to win. However, West Ham are at home. They've been very good at home of late. I'm just going to go with a boring 1-1, 0-0. I'm going 1-1. The history's going 2-1 though to West Ham. 6 times across the last 6, West Ham have literally scored 2 goals. 4 of those last 6 fixtures, West Ham have won, although the last 2 Leeds are actually unbeaten in the last 2 against West Ham. So maybe it could be a case of Leeds could be nicking something here.
Ray Joyce is saying 3-0 to the Hammers. We've got Testo in the chat saying West Ham 2, Leeds 0. Niraj saying West Ham 0-0. Leeds. We've got Matthew saying 2-1 West Ham. Dylan's going with 2-1. 2-1. 2-1's okay. 2-1 Leeds. Okay. Bam Bam goals. 2-1 Leeds, says Ramanathan. Right. Right. Okay. Yes, United were in the Europa League. They were at one point. Yes. Brighton versus Southampton. Also, obviously, a team that, you know, they've got a fight, haven't they? Brighton, they've got a fight, I guess, to win. Southampton, a team that you thought was going to score. So, so I'm going to go. I think they'll score too. I think Southampton have got enough to get a goal. I'm going to go Brighton to win it, however, 2-1. Maybe a boring score prediction, but I'm going to go 2-1.
So you're agreeing with the history. I'm going an extra goal. I'm going 3-1 to Brighton. The history's going 2-1. Brighton have lost just 1 out of the last 6, which ironically was at home. There's been 18 goals scored across these last 6 fixtures. There's been no clean sheets. So, yeah, it looks like both teams to score in this game, Jace.
Oh, Hussein Mohammed. Let's see what he's... no surprising who he's got in his FPL team. He's going to go with a 7-0 super show for Brighton here, with Encicio getting a super hat-trick. Brighton 4, Saints 0, says Brett Hollins. A lot of people not happy with Saints. They're going with with quite a comprehensive win for Brighton. Ramanathan 2, Brighton 0, says Ramanathan here. We've got...
Again, it's going to be one of those stories
Brighton 2,
where...
Southampton 0. Thank you so much, Max Roberts, for the 9 months subscription. Hoping for plenty of goals today. Good luck, everyone. Thank you so much for the support to the channel, Max, and it's always nice to hear when you come on the show. Hopefully look forward to seeing you back on with it on a call-in, and especially for the final game week of the season next weekend. Let's quickly just read the rest of them. Guigi's going 5-1. Tez is going 2-all. Sorry, Steve, are you going to say something?
Well, I was just going to say, it's going to be like the Arsenal game, isn't it? Where everybody's going to be, all the Arsenal fans, why don't we put on a performance like this last week and the week before? It'll be the same as Southampton. They'll probably beat Brighton. Everybody's going to, why don't you do this against Leicester?
Well, hang on. Where have you got this from? I mean, they are relegated. They're going to, you know, are they
that's what I'm saying. They'll probably end up winning, and Southampton fans are going to be like, well, where was this performance
Mr.
last week
Scuffy
against Fulham?
disagrees. He thinks it's going to be a pasting.
So do I. I've gone 3-1.
Right, let's move on, because we've got to get through these. Manchester City versus Chelsea for the late Sunday afternoon kickoff. Most people have got 3 Man City assets in, and they're going to be hoping for a bit of a goal show against a very poor pants Chelsea team that have failed to do anything this season, despite having bags of money to throw at a problem that just doesn't seem to be solved. New manager on the horizon. Is it just going to be a case of Chelsea are safe from relegation, Man City is going to have a bit of a party here and get 4 or 5 goals?
Yes.
4-0 Man City. I'm going 4-0.
Same here. 3-4-0. I'm going 4-0 as well.
4-0 Man City. I just don't see
history though
isn't
history isn't as confident though, Jace.
Okay.
1-0. 4 times there's been a 1-0 scoreline across the last 6.
Yeah, but this is a different Chelsea now.
No, I know. Yeah, I know. But Matt, I'm just saying what the history says. 4 times, man, there's been a 1-0 scoreline across the last 6. Man City have 3 of them. In fact, Man City have won 5 out of the last 6 to 0. So really, the stat that you want to take from that is that Man City will probably win this to 0. So it could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-0. Not necessarily 1-0. It's all about what stat you want to take from the history. If the history is correct, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, we move on. We need to move through. I'll quickly just read out the ones in the chat. Chat saying 3-0, 4-0 Haaland, Mahrez, Foden, says Hussein. 3-0 City, Niraj. 3-1, Brett saying 3-0 Ray. Matthew S. Jesse saying 4-0. Guij 4-0. Sort of 3s and 4s basically. Edison to concede a goal. I just don't see Chelsea getting a goal. I'm sorry, I don't. Newcastle Leicester. We go on to the Monday's game. Newcastle Leicester. I've benched Isaac. Could it bite me? Don't know. If he plays wide out, if he plays wide left, no. And he plays Wilson down the middle. I think Newcastle will get. I think Newcastle will get a result here. I'm going to go 2-0 to Newcastle in this fixture. No, 2. Well, you know what? Leicester have got. I think Leicester have got a goal. The ability to get a goal in this. 2-0, 2-1. I think a moment of Maddison brilliance gets them a goal. I think 2-1 Newcastle. Thoughts, Steve-O?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Leicester always seem to score a goal. I've gone 3-1 to Newcastle. I think it's going to be very, very easy for Newcastle. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they scored more than that. 4-1, 5-1, something like that. Honestly, I think it could be an absolute hatful here. History saying 3-0 to Newcastle. 3 times a team has won to nil, and it was the heavy results as well. There's been 21 goals scored across the last 6. 3 times, though, Leicester have scored 2 or more goals against Newcastle. So this could be a very high-scoring game, Jace.
Interesting. We move forward, and now this is going to mess up my lovely score prediction screen that I've got here because I'm having to scroll down because we've got more fixtures. We've only got 2 more. So we've got Brighton versus Man City. Let's just scroll down, and going to have to delete the lovely predictions there. So Brighton versus Manchester City. I mean, at this point, Man City won the league. Pep get rotation comes in. When I say rotation, heavy rotation doesn't mean a B team necessarily. It's still very much a Premier League worthy team. However, enough to beat Brighton. Just to kind of prove a point, maybe just get a good result against Brighton. I think Brighton will score. I'm going to go 2-1 to Man City in this second fixture. Steve-O, 2-1 to Manchester City.
I think this could be... When I've seen Brighton play, they just seem to play the same way, which is just, well, very open. And I think there's going to be goals in this. I'm going 3-2 to Man City. I think that, this could be a very, very profitable game potentially for Haaland. History's going 3-1 to Man City. Man City have won 5 out of the last 6, scoring 3 goals on 4 occasions. They've also kept 3 clean sheets against Brighton as well. So potentially, Jace, me and you could be getting clean sheets for Stones across those 2 fixtures.
Well, Stones, and no, Diaz will get clean sheets for both. I don't think Stones plays both games. I really don't. I could be surprised, and it might happen, but I'm not. I'm certainly not convinced. I'm not confident at all. And by the way, just to let you know, Anthony's now on 54% on the poll. It's 83 votes, Steve-O. 83 people have voted. We're going to close the poll here. Anthony's 54 in favour. People are in favour of Anthony over Martial. I love it. Thank you so much, guys. You're making me feel better with my choice. Let's just finish it up, shall we? Manchester United against Chelsea on Thursday.
Absolute dire game.
This could be a boring game to watch. Home game, though, so I'm going to give Man United the win 1-0.
That's the 3rd time we've agreed. I've gone 1-0 as well.
Purely
the history,
if it was at home.
Yeah, the history's going 1-1. The last 3 have ended 1-1. 5 out of the last 6 have been draws. 3 being 1-1, which has literally been the last 3 results. 2 of them being 0-0. Well, these 2 don't like playing each other at all.
Well, there we go. We've just kind of just gone through the score predictions. Let me just delete them off here. Should we quickly have a look at the? Should we quickly have a look at the other leagues to see what maybe top of the Rivals League, Steve-O? What KDB 17?
Yeah, let's just see the top teams of the Rivals League in the YouTube channel. See what number 1 is.
Marios, who's number 1 of the Rivals League, he's gone with Haaland captain. He's got Steele, Trippier, Alexander-Arnold, Shaw, Matoma, McAllister. He's not done any mass transfers. It looks like he's going with his normal. He's got Alvarez though. Yeah, I think he's brought in Alvarez.
No. He's always had him.
He's always had him. Yeah. All right, okay.
I'm sure he's got Alvarez, Mahrez.
Alvarez, Mahrez. Oh, did he already?
Yeah.
Let's see if he has done any transfers. Let's have a look.
I could have sworn he had those 3 already.
He's got Fernandez in for KDB.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Fernandez in for Salah. Sorry, I was wrong. Fernandez in for Salah. He couldn't have done KDB because he's already got 3 City. Yeah, Salah out, Fernandez in. Do you like that move?
Yeah, it's safety, isn't it? It's a safety.
Yeah. He's got he's gone with the Haaland captaincy. I wonder if I'm interested to see who's anyone's captained anyone else other than Haaland this week. Let's quickly have a look on the let's have a look at Rivals League second place. We've got Nasu second place, literally 5 points behind. He's gone with Haaland captain. He's got a very much different team though. He's kept Salah in his team. He's got Steele, Shaw, Diaz, Alexander-Arnold, McAllister, Matoma, Fernandez, Salah, Rashford, Isaac, and Haaland. Wow. So he hasn't got the three. He hasn't got the other two City. Wow. So he's got Haaland and Diaz, whereas Maris has got Haaland,
Alvarez
and
Mahrez.
Alvarez and Mahrez. So he's only got the one attacking Man City. This is interesting. Very interesting. So what transfers did he do? He's got Fernandez. Maybe he did KDB to Fernandez. Let's quickly have a look. No, he already had Fernandez in. I didn't realise that. He brought in Luke Shaw for Trippier. Safe, sensible move. Yeah. Safe, sensible move. Okay, and then third place in the Rivals League, we've got Mark Byrne. Mark has gone with a 3-5-2 formation, like a lot of people with Haaland captain. He's got the Steele, Estepinian, Alexander-Arnold, Shaw, Grealish, Fernandez, Salah, Rashford, McAllister, Wilson, and Haaland. Nothing out there no out there picks at all from him. He's got a solid team. Bit of a bench though. Trippier on the bench. What is it? Has he made any transfers? Did he have Fernandez already? He brought in Fernandez for Martinelli. Wow, good move. Very good.
Wow.
But I think in order to do that, he had to downgrade Isaac. He had to take Isaac out for Greenwood to get the money to do Fernandez in for Martinelli.
Okay.
So, has he spent points? Can you see? You can't see, can you, if they've spent points?
No.
Which is annoying.
No, you can work out because if they did transfers the week before.
Right. Yeah. So let me have a look then. Did he have he would have spent. Yeah, he spent 4 points doing that. I think that's fine. I think that's fine.
Although, if I'm in his shoes, I know he's done it for safety. I get that, but if I'm in his shoes, may have done Martial in for Greenwood if he had the funds, or Martial in for Isaac, and then play a 3-4-3 or something if that was possible.
Fourth place in the Rivals League is John Harris. John Harris is in the chat. He
normally does something risky.
Well, not today. He's gone with the same captain over Haaland. He's not so. Looking at his team, De Gea in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Estepinian, Shaw, Rashford, Grealish, Mitoma, Salah, McAllister, Alvarez, and Haaland. Now, what did he do? Did he do any moves? I'd imagine he would have done something. Alvarez in for Isaac. And De Gea in for Kepa. Good moves.
Yeah, very good.
Very, very good moves. Like those moves. And he's done a -4 as well.
Yeah.
So, there we go. So I like those moves for -4.
How does this make you feel regarding not captaining Fernandez? Now you've seen top players, genuinely top players.
No worries, Cole, mate. You take care. I understand that. I will probably get a call at some point soon as well. Cutting the grass. Yeah, it's that time of year. So my headphones are being charged, so I'll see you at 3 p.m. Yeah, see Steve-O at 3 p.m. Just a reminder, everybody, Steve-O will be going live at 3 p.m. from the graveyard. Listening into his radio. So Matty in the chat, your nemesis, the one that seems to have a beef at the moment with you. Sorry to say, guys, but I think Fernandez hype is a load of shite. People take a night seller for Bruno just because Bruno's got stats doesn't mean nothing.
True.
I think, like I said earlier on, there's absolutely no evidence to suggest that United are going to pummel these teams, and there's no evidence to say they're going to score. I mean, they've been struggling to score for large parts. Look at the goal difference. All you need to do is take a look at the goal difference. And especially without Rashford, how are they going to fare with Jadon Sancho on the left? You know, where's that creativity? Where's the goal going to come from? Will it be a penalty? May get lucky. I think ultimately you're right. Fernandes is purely a sheep move. I have to say it's a sheep move. A lot of people have gone with Fernandes purely because of the double game week. There's absolutely no evidence or any form or any nothing to point to that suggests that he's going to be a standout pick this week. However, just a gut feeling, probably because I'm a United fan, that he'll do well. Bit boring, but couldn't captain a defender 2 weeks in a row. Sure, would have been in my differential captaincy pick. Sure, yeah, that would have been a good pick. Late to the party today, says just a dad posting stuffs in the chat. Wow, it's been a while since I've seen you in the chat. A few weeks at least. Late to the party today due to setting stuff up for my 10-year-old's party. Still hurting from bringing Isaac in and not Wilson, and benching Estepinian for Alvarez last week. Huge swing there. Bruno's going to go off this week, says so well, there we go. It's just a gut feeling. Hey KDB17, how you doing, man? Yes, we see you're first in the Rivals League. We've literally just gone through your team. Right. Should we have a look at the YouTube chat league very quickly at the top? We've got Mark Byrne. We looked at his team. Seb Long, Koulibaly, Seb Long, second place. Everyone's captained Ireland, don't they? Everyone's captained Ireland. You know what? You should have. You know what? You should have probably said to me, "No, I've captained Haaland," and gone me to captain Bruno. It would have been so interesting, Steve-O.
No, it wouldn't, because it means that there's a high chance that you could be profitable from that captaincy, and I can't be allowing that.
I can't be allowing that. Can't be allowing that, says Steve-O. I can't be allowing that. Right. Koulibaly, Seb Long, second place in the YouTube chat league. We've got Kepa in goal. Oof, that's not a great one.
Kepa? Who's his sub?
Raya.
Okay.
You got Estepinian, Shaw, Trippier, Rashford, Salah, Mitoma, McAllister, Fernandes, vice captain Isaac, and Haaland captain.
Do you know, when I'm listening to these top teams
and
thinking about our teams, we've pretty much gone with the safety. There's not. In fact, we're actually a bit differential on these top teams, but there's a reason why these are top.
I've got Anthony, for example, and no one else has got Anthony.
Yes.
I don't think anyone else got Anthony? No. Have you seen any teams with Anthony? No.
Max Roberts has, remember?
Oh, has he?
Yeah, remember he said the other day he's had him for weeks. So. Sorry,
Max, in advance. Brendan Saunders. Third place. He's gone with Ireland captain. Good. Steele, Estepinian, Alexander-Arnold, Shaw, Rashford, Fernandes, Salah. It's all the same teams.
Tell you what, if you wanna find out if Haaland is going to do well or not, go to Mr. Reed's team in the Torbay League. So go to the Torbay League. Mr. Reed is towards the bottom. See who he's captain. I bet he's captain Haaland, and that means he's going to do shit.
Where is he?
Towards the bottom. Aardvark.
Oh yeah, Aardvark FC. Here we go. He's captain Haaland.
Yeah, so that's a fail then.
He's got Jesus as well. He's got Anthony. Oh no.
Oh, it's genius.
God.
Oh, that is fantastic. You'll be lucky to get a point. So Haaland blanks, Anthony blanks, great. Fuck's sake. He'll be messaging me. Oh, I was going to be captain and thinking, but I thought, I'll better play it safe.
Literally, my team going into this week, I'm confident I'll get good points. But then I look at some of the teams, and it's very similar to what other people have done, to be honest. So, apart from the Anthony, people gone Shaw. I went Anthony. So.
And if both those games end 0-0.
Yeah, it'd be just great, wouldn't it? And then Gakpo and KDB go big. Well, I wouldn't if, but yeah.
Can we go now? Because I need to get out of here.
Yes, we'll say goodbye to everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We really appreciate the support. Hit the like button before you head off, and subscribe if you're new around this channel. Make sure to tune in at 3 o'clock this afternoon because Steve-O will be live covering the action at 3 o'clock. We're going to go.
In fact, talking of which, I can't, just for anybody actually listening to this, I can't schedule. So all you've got to do is wait for the notifications to come up. And yeah, but I can't do it from a phone though. You can
download the.
We'll talk about this off air.
No, you can download some software to do it, but it might take some time to set it up.
Yeah, let's not worry about it.
Yeah. Okay, so you're just gonna go live on your phone, yeah?
Yeah. So just basically look out for a notification, and I'm pre-warning everybody now. It's going to be terrible. So. Anyway,
so there won't be a schedule. It will just be a live. Right, okay. See you later, guys. I might do a stream on Sunday to just kind of recap everything. So, in fact, I probably will. Yeah, I probably will. I might do a stream tonight to just talk about Man United. If we demolish Bournemouth. If Anthony gets a goal, I'll go live. Right. All the best, everybody. Take care.
I saw you